Hoteki is got a sense of like releasing and letting something go. He's going to grab with the left, and then when the punch comes to the right, we're going to do our Kurai Dori back. And rather than a punch to the arm, this is a shuto. You go back, and the shuto goes out and up. So I want to hit his arm, not away. Okay? I want to hit his arm up and back. Okay? So that while he's there, this hand comes to the wrist, and I come up from behind it. Okay? You're going to snap that elbow and throw. So you cover the hand, Kurai Dori, go back, and from this position here, a shuto, a knife hand, shoots up and back. So you kind of take his attention off this arm. Up and back, and take the arm this way. I'm pushing the hand, exposing the wrist, grabbing the wrist. This hand grabs both sides of the elbow. Okay? The Densho says uchi and soto hoshi, the inside and outside, you feel those two spots. So you're gonna attack there, step under, and you can do a throw or you can do a release. Okay. Hoteki is the let to, you can scare the hell out of them. I'm gonna snap your arm, and then let them go. You don't necessarily need to, you don't have to break it. If it's necessary, you can. Okay. 1, 2. While that's there, push with this hand. This hand pushes, this hand catches. And then up, so you're caught, and then you release when you throw them. Or when you break it. You could be breaking it while you throw them. Okay, thank you. So when they grab, first you're cover the knuckles, okay? The meaning of that is probably pretty obvious to you guys by now, but if you don't cover the hand, they can really shove you around. They can punch into my chest. So you gotta control that hand, okay? But I don't have to do anything to it. I just put it here. Punch comes and I do my sabaki, strike up. Now this hand, okay, after you've done that, this pushes that away. This hand pushes this hand here. This hand grabs here, okay? And you're gonna attack that first. Goes 1, snap, okay? Scare them there. That gets the elbow where you need it. Then you grab it, okay? Don't try to go here and then try to take the arm that way. 1, scare them, okay? While that's out there, then you grab it and you can get underneath. Okay, thank you. Okay, a couple of things that I want to mention that are important about the kata. So first the grab and the punch, moving back, striking up. The key that is important here is that when I move forward and I switch, this hand goes, see, he might be throwing another punch. So he throws a punch, bang. The reason for the shuto is here, punches, bang, I showed it back. If he throws another punch, I want to jam it. So this is a kind of a cry. You got to be, if he tries to go around my hand, follow the shoulder. Go ahead. Just follow his joint. You can feel where the punch is coming. Okay, so it's not just a bang and leave it there. It's there and then be ready. Yeah, he might be coming back. So during this struggle, I'm going to switch and attack that arm once. Make him feel threatened by that. That space created is when you grab Hoshi. Okay? And one of the things I was explaining about Hoshi is it's not about the Kyusho for Hoshi is not about taking the arm and squeezing those points and making him feel pain. Some people are very sensitive to this, but some people it doesn't bother them at all. So you don't rely on this Kyusho as a pressure point. Okay? Hoshi is when I grab those spots, the uchi and the soto. This you can feel the knotty part of the elbow. You can feel the bone here and the bone here. When I hold that, I grab it with like a ring and I pull on it. Without even using any eyes, I know which direction his elbow bends. Okay? So if we're in the fight and I get a hold of this arm and I've got that grip, I know how to snap it very quickly, very easily. If I'm doing it up on another part of the arm, I'm not going to get that. He'll escape and get out. So you secure it and feel it. I know where it is, and I can always get it to the spot I need it to. Bring it close to your shoulder. Here. So you got it. Get the shoulder near it. So like I discussed before with your feet, you're gonna snap it and let it go. So the name of the kata, Hoteki, is similar to the idea that when you release a falcon, I'm letting him go and he goes away, I'm in this posture. In Japanese falconry, when they let the falcon go, it always ends in this stance. It doesn't matter which ryuha of falconry you do in Japan, they all end in this posture when they let it go. The other one is slightly different. He grabs, we do the punch, same thing here. So at this point, I'm going to secure the wrist the same as before. If he's throwing punches, I jam them. Okay, and then when I'm ready, I throw this over and grab it here. But instead of attacking this way, I'm going to grab at his elbow bands. So I'm going to keep that wrist to my chest with this grip. I'm going to hold it there and put this one here. So now that I've got him in that position, I step through and let him go. 1, 2, send it back, attack in, but instead of snapping the elbow, you grab it and bend it. This stays on your chest, step forward and throw. Thank you. So that's two ways of doing Hoteki. They're both right. Yeah. They're not henka, they're actual ways of the same strategy. Okay. So a lot of the movements are crisscross, but it's also it's a style of Gyokoryu. So we still have the Shoshin Gogyo, Chi Sui Kafuku. The Shoshin, it's still the same. So the leg work, when you're doing the throw, 1, 2, 3, grab, his arm bends, and I hold this here. I'm gonna go from this kamae here to just the chino kata. Let your toes point in the direction you're going. Don't turn your foot. If you turn your foot, this is your point of, that's as far as you're gonna go. So you step in the direction you wanna go, let your knee push him. So just like chino kata, sui no kata, ka no kata, fu no kata, ski no kata, or even keri no kata, this kamae is always the end of your sanshin. Okay, go ahead. Koto Ryu is the taijutsu for Togakure Ryu, Gyokoryu. So the katas are meant to be trained with the idea that you're wearing shuko. Everybody knows what shuko are? Okay. The other thing that the Koto Ryu specialized in, it's actually in their densho, you can see drawings of them, are brass knuckles. But I'm not giving you advice, please don't take this as advice, because don't do this on the, using these in a fight to defend yourself, you're going to get in trouble. It's excessive force, you can't use them. But if it's life and death and you've gotten a resort, it's something that you can keep in your car and easily explain away.
The carabiner on your Cherokees?
Yeah, same thing, yeah. So if I'm using this kata, it's actually really simple when you think about it. He grabs, if I've got the shuko, I'm not brass knuckles, but if I've got those spokes, I can smash it into his hand. Yeah, now he's got 4 spikes in his hand. If he throws a punch, the side band is where you'd be attacking with, even to the head here. So you'd be smashing them up with the shuko. Same thing with the grab. When I release the hand and I go under his elbow, he's gonna get away from. He wants to get away from those spikes. So he's actually giving me all that, and I just can rip through. So with shuko, a lot of this stuff starts to make a lot of sense. So keep that in mind when you're training. Have a pair of rubber shuko with rubber spikes, yeah, and practice with that. But definitely treat that as traditional material. Don't think of that as how to defend yourself on the street, because something like this, if you hit somebody in the head, it's the same as hitting them with a hammer. Okay, but yes, Koto Ryu has a section in their weapons section that is about how to use hidden weapons with the rings with the spikes and brass knuckles and little blades and things like that. Shuriken.